Hello, brothers and sisters. This morning, Matthew 11:28 through 30 this verse was going through my mind again, and specifically the learn of me was it just kept going through my mind again, and I kept hearing this: learn of me, meek and lowly. My sheep hear my voice and know me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And, just like right here, right? Matthew, well, I'll read it. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And John 27 through 30. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. I don't know where I left off. I had to pause that. But, this got me thinking about how do we hear our Father's voice? And, learn of me for, right here. Learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart. So, there's this other voice, right? With religion, and that tells you that, God is still mad at you. God is upset with you, and, like prideful and anger, and, I say this is my Father's voice, and something doesn't sit right? It never has with me. This got me thinking of a dream that I had, I don't know, months ago, but it was it was brought back up into my memory, and there were a few things in the dream that really stood out again to me, and it ties into this verse and the learn of me part of it. And you can go back on my videos. I believe I shared it at one point, but it hits so differently with me now in light of the gospel. And so I'll try to give a short, sorry, I'll try to give a shortened version of the dream, if I can. Oh gosh. So the dream started out with, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember it fully. One of my grandfathers, he was my dad's stepdad, but really was like a father figure to him, and I always considered him just my grandpa. But, my dad's biological dad, we never knew him. So my grandfather was really pretty like the consistent father figure for him. But, you know, uh, my grandfather before had been married himself and I guess had 2 sons. I didn't ever know of them. I didn't even realize that he had been married before until I've been an adult. The reason why I'm sharing this is because in this dream, there was this son. I knew it was a son of my grandfather. And I saw this son, and he, was addicted to drugs. And he had got sober, and it appeared he was doing better. But then it was like he relapsed and he went back into his addiction. And I could see all of this, and he, there was a lot of shame and guilt, and he ended up living under this bridge. I could see it, and he was, dirty and homeless, and I could feel the guilt and the shame and total brokenness. And I felt the pain because I've been there. I am a recovering alcoholic myself, and I've been there many times, just like this son in the dream. And I still can remember very vividly those same feelings of, going back to the thing that you don't want to do anymore, and the letting down people that love and care for you, and just the frustration and the sadness and the despair, the brokenness. And I felt that. I could feel it in my dream. And this son ends up going into this house, and it then turns into there's this house with this table, and at this table I can see my grandfather, and he is at the, like the end of the table, and, like how it would be like a father, at the end of the table. And this son, so I'm going into this house, and it's now me that is, basically homeless and struggling and is dirty and broken. And it goes back to me and what I've gone through. And I'm coming into this home, my father's home, and I'm coming to this table to eat, but I feel dirty. I don't feel worthy. But this son, this is the part that always gets me, but the son, even though I'm dirty and I know I stink and I am not worthy, the son pulls out the chair for me at this table and welcomes me to the table and starts, filling up my plate with food so I can sit and eat at this table. And he welcomes me, and there's no, what were you doing or anything like that. There's just a welcoming, and there's just kindness and love, and just this pulling out your chair, just gentle man, and just unconditional love. And this is exactly Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon me and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. See, I was welcomed to the Father's table regardless of how dirty, broken, and how much of an outcast to the world I was. The Son pulls out the chair for me. See, Christ is a gentleman, welcoming, loving, tender-hearted, lowly at heart. This is a beautiful picture of what it means to being accepted in the Beloved, this relationship between the Father and the Son. No matter what you might look like to the world, or what others would say, or the religious people, would say, they would say, oh, you're not a Christian. You're not welcome at this table. Where's your fruit? Where's your good works? He doesn't look like a true Christian. The religious people have a real hard time accepting that the bum on the street, the prostitute, the former alcoholic, you name it, it is a stumbling block to them to think that the most dirtiest of dirtiest person could be saved or be welcomed at the Father's table. But Christ sets us free. Who the Son sets free is free indeed. And because of Christ, and because our faith and our trust in Him, we are accepted at the table, regardless of what we might look like. We are accepted in the Beloved. Jesus Christ takes you in, welcomes you to the Father's table with open arms. Come and sit at the table. It doesn't matter how broken, battered, bruised you are, because His grace covers all sins, and His burden is light and easy. See, this applies for your Christian walk as well. It doesn't just change once you become saved. Christ doesn't then just say, okay, I carried the load for just the start. Now you got this. Get to work and carry the rest of the way. No, that's not how it works. He doesn't then just start to heap up on the burdens for your Christian walk. He carries the load the whole way. Don't get it mistaken. There is rest for the weary. Resting in the finished work of the cross means to put your trust in Him to carry you all the way through. He carries this heavy load for us. Without Christ, I can do nothing on my own, but through Christ, I can do all things. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthen me. Learn of His voice. This is His voice. Don't let people heap burdens on you for your Christian walk. Don't. Learn of His voice. Learn of His voice. All right, you guys. I hope you're having a blessed day, and thank you so much for listening. Bye.